yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. The yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.3 is a motion to approve education reimbursements to members of the police department through Cleary University for Bachelor of Business Administration in Diversity and Leadership and for Master of Business Administration in Leadership in the amount of $36,796 funded through ARPA funds police training.
Make the motion.
Motion by Councilman Johnson,
Support.
supported by Councilwoman Whitmore. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Council?
could you get someone come up to explain how that program works?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Council Chair. I have brought with me this fine gentleman to my left, that was the Chief Lividini. He is the architect of this program. He'll be more than happy to answer any questions you guys may have, even people who don't.
That is called delegation.
Awesome.
You've been voluntold.
Yes, I've been voluntold.
Go right ahead, Deputy Chief.
Through the chair to the council, good evening. This is a program that was established by Cleary College. They originally approached MSP along with the Detroit Police Department. It focuses on first responders. It provides grant money as well as other funds so they can get their bachelor's degree or master's degree in business, leadership, and diversity. There's probably currently 200 to 300 members of between MSP and Detroit in this program. They've run 3 classes so far. And this basically is an accelerated program for officers like myself who have been a police officer for a majority of their lives. Me since 19 years of age, we didn't have the time or what have you for the education. So now they're breaking that down with experience as well as training that you've had through your place of employment, and they're applying that to their credits.
And there are 11, just as a clarifying point, this is spread out over 11 individuals, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Councilman?
Is this contractual?
Through the chair to Mr. Rami, through with command as well as corporal control, if contractual.
They do get it, so
Yes.
everybody does get that.
If funds are
Available.
correct, available. PSO a little different. I don't know if it's in a PSO contract.
Any further questions? Councilman Brandon?
How do the people get picked, the 11 people, and how many officers do we have that would want to do this? You know, how do you choose that?
Well, I think everyone was a little hesitant, to be completely honest with you. Thought it was too good to be true. But once the 11 go through and they, in fact, see that this program is legit and it works, I think you're going to have a lot volunteering for this program. There is no standard. You have to be a first responder, which means you have to be police, fire, PSO, or dispatcher to qualify for this program.
Councilman?
So when more people want to do it, because, you know, I would think that a lot of them would, how, if the ARPA funds go away, because that's how we're paying for this, how will we pay for it then? You know what I mean? Like, this is money that we have that won't always be there.
Absolutely.
So, and there's how many individuals total?
Currently going through the process for 11.
11, and then there's probably another 30 or so that would want to, you think?
I would say a dozen or so, ma'am,
A
yes.
dozen or so? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Any further questions from the council? Any questions, comment from the audience? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
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 All those opposed say no. The yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.4 is a motion to approve KCI Printing for the final postage and processing costs associated with mailing the 2023 assessment change notices for real property in an amount not to exceed $2,706 funded from the general fund.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion by Councilman Brandon, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. The yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.5 is a motion to approve fiscal year 2022-2023 budget amendment 2023-01 per attached document.
Motion.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion? Councilwoman.
Could we ask the Secretary to come up and give us just the detail of this amendment? So the amendment is a change to the budget that we adopted last year, so they bring it forward to us when there's any change.
Good evening, through the chair, to Councilman Brandon's question. So what you have here is the DPW department reached out and asked administration to present a budget amendment because for one item in motor vehicle pool, they need to increase the department by a total of $40,000. And that's what you see on page 1 of the amendment, is the increase to a couple line items in the motor vehicle pool for a total of $40,000, which is offset by an increase in revenue budget of $40,000 because the interest revenue, as everybody knows, as the Fed keeps increasing the rates, our deposits at the bank are experiencing some greater values than we had last few years. So we can increase our interest budget assumption, and also there's the workers' comp revenue assumption. As people are on workers' comp, we do receive some insurance proceeds from workers' comp revenue. So as you can tell, we didn't have a budget for it, but we do have money that came in about $24,000 for workers' comp. So revenue offsets the expenditures in the general fund, net zero. And then the second page is related to the water fund, where the department was requesting $100,000 in operating supplies, which is related to the number of increased water main breaks. So obviously they need to purchase supplies to fix the water mains. So they're anticipating a larger expense in that area. So they're requesting an increase in that budget. And that's the remainder of the items I have for you.
Chairman.
Councilwoman.
So, excuse me, so that means we've had more water breaks than we anticipated this year?
That is my understanding. If you'd like clarification, we can bring the director up, but that's my understanding.
No, I understand, thank you. So pretty much, the first part was a wash, and the second part was necessary from the water department.
Correct.
Got it, thank you.
Any further discussion? Any discussion from the audience? Hearing none. Motion by Councilman Witten, supported by Councilman Johnson. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. The yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.6 is a motion to approve a purchase agreement with Skechers USA for Taylor Meadows Golf Course in the amount not to exceed $3,000 funded through the Golf Pro Shop resale accounts.
Motion to approve. Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Brandana, supported by Councilwoman Rose. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. The yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.7 is a motion to approve 2023 summer golf rates for Lakes of Taylor and Taylor Meadows Golf Clubs.
Support.
Is there a motion? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Heard the support. Motion by Councilman Ramick, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. My understanding, we had some people out there in the snow and hitting balls off of woolly mammoths. Motion 7.8 is a motion to approve community publishing and marketing for publication and mailing of the Taylor Today magazine 7 times per year. The agreement is a 3-year term, 2023 to 2025, with an additional 2 1-year options for 2026 and 2027, for a cost not to exceed $37,100 per calendar year, funding paid through various accounts, police, water, building, sewer, and general fund.
Motion.
Support.
Motion by Councilman Witten, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion?
Chairman.
Councilman.
So I don't know who I would ask about this, but I was wondering about the 7 issues a year. Is that normal? Is that what we usually have? Because when I was here before, we only did like, I don't know, do you remember, Chairman?
We did 4, but we funded those completely ourselves.
Right.
And then at some point in time, the Taylor Today, the city was approached by this organization which also sells ad revenue, so at that 37,000, right, divided by 7, it's roughly $5,300 to get information to every single resident in the community. Now it appears 7 times, so I agree. I think the rate has gone up. But also, over the years, we've included other mandatory publications, such as the mandatory water quality that's in there, and therefore we don't have to pay roughly, we just passed an item, 55 cents per household just to mail that out, which maybe somebody over here could help me, but if we mail to every single household in Taylor at that 50-cent rate, what would that just come out just for the water verification? How many households?
We have 20-something thousand households.
Not even including printing, just that alone would be $10,000 a year plus printing. So,
That was my next question too. So the revenue from the ad, so that goes through a company and they collect it, and then how does that work exactly?
they, according to the document here, they keep all the revenue. So that is probably maybe one of, I think, a concern that was raised in the past. We do not control the advertising.
There's some guidelines, like,
Guidelines?
that they can't put in there. They do control the advertising side of it, but there are, I can't think of it, I think like political things and stuff like that cannot be put in there.
Okay, thank you very much.
I would ask that the font get bigger. The font.
Oh.
I